Hi guys, today I do a review for one of my favorite assets, the Vegetation Engine. The Veg is a very good solution, you can do a lot with it. Let's break down what I will show you in this video. Refab conversion, environment spawning, season change, touch rate, environment bombing, fixed graphics, add noise, add effective decal, meet the content huh? Let's go! Let's call it the Veg for simplicity. The Veg unify all environment assets in one workflow with a set of shader and tools. Provide tools to convert any asset to be compatible with each shader. Very realistic screen motion, seasonal change, super oriented pipelines. Combine effects like with its explosion, you have glow, burn, and impact bending, grow, cut, and its magical glow. It can do what it do, but I don't see it in the promotional video. Most vegetation vendors provide you with green and snow only, but with this engine you can have all the effects you want. Really, all of them. We will use Unity 2022.3.8 F1 and Universal RP14. Let's open Edit, Project Setting. Make sure your quality is default to high and it has same pipeline asset as one in the graphics. Let's right-click Properties. The default settings are good. We will use default rendering for this project. Let's install the Veg from the Package Manager and don't forget the conversion recess. With it now we are ready to go on conversion. I will start with pure nature assets. First, let's drag out some tree, grass, and clip. Push them nicely. Add a pile from nature manufacturer and a big rocks. You don't usually mix a stylized asset with a realistic one, but let's try for fun. Go to Window, BOXOPHOBIC, Veg, open Refab Manager. You have a button here to create Scene Manager. The Scene Manager has many stuff, but ignore them. For now, just drag the scene camera to the global volume and go back to the Refab Converter window. As you can see, the Refab Converter auto-recognize the pure nature assets. Also, was really hard to ensure it able to recognize many nature assets from the store. It's a big relief that we can just click a Refab, for example this dress, and the converter knows its asset and type. But for rest, it's better to use flash normal mode, so I will override the setting and reconvert it. Let's open the Material Manager. We can change setting mode to on, and for normal, let's change it to same because we use flat normal mode. It will look better in all directions. Next, let's try the asset from Nature Manufacturer, Mountain Environment. Let's try with a pine tree. The converter also knows its nature manufacturer is an popular one. The clip conversion failed, so I will try to revert and reconvert it. All good now. The conversion may fail because I selected objects from different categories. Don't do that. Let's try to fix the oak trunk. It's now moving in the wind. In the motion setting, set auto swap and rolling to 0. Let's play with the main settings. You can click normal occlusions. I don't know why the main would be A1. Let's turn it down. To the detail setting, you see the assets come with a detail mask. Let's play with those sliders until you see the mode is good enough. Now open the Orchid Leaf material. In the subsurface setting, let's go monkey here until it looks nice. I will leave the tree as that. Let's try to add the terrain rest to the clip. You only need to swap out the diffuse and normal texture in detail setting and try to mask the UV scale with the terrain. You can also play with those sliders to increase, decrease the rest coverage and change the tint color in main setting to darken it a bit. I will go over the pine leaf. Let's play with the occlusion color. You can play with the occlusion remark to make it pop out more. Same as the oak tree, let's switch the SSS setting. Looking good. Now go over the oak tree. Let's add occlusion for the leaf. The occlusion make it have more depth, much better. But still, they don't look like they can be in the same scene or hobby lost. Luckily, there is an option we overlook, the intensity of main color. I love this option a lot. This can make the realistic asset less real. I think somehow they can sit together. With this now, I can make the rest look more like in a microsplat terrain. Let up come the gradient to make the all sit better with the pie. The realistic tree now is less real and the twilight tree is less bright. Nice. The rest looks so ugly, let's try to fix that. You can play with the gradient and remap. See how wildly it changes. Cool now. Everything nice, only the big drop from later manufacturer looking out of place. At this point you might think we waste too much time on converting its assets. How can we do that for the whole nature pack? Luckily we can mass converting, let me show you. Let's crack all the pine out. See and the refab converter, they are all in. You can do this with assets in same category. Example, those are all pie trees. One click convert, choose to keep converted material. Notice the lead material is the same as the pie tree we do earlier. The converter is smart enough to keep the shared material, so your hard work will not have to be redo over and over. Let's add some flour to the mix. I will not convert a flour refab, we can just use the rest refab. Duplicate the material, swap the rest materials, sell at new flour refab. The only difference is the texture and colors, so let's change that. Change the radiant color to something blue and white, and change the SSS color to blue. Bam, now you have the flower patch. Remember to sell at new refab or you will lose your work. Let's check out the global volume. All of the wet effect happen in it, so let's drag it to the camera view so it can do its job. Next, we will make our first element. Right click, also the back element. It just what you can move, scale, rotate like any game object. Go down and expand the material to the extra overlay shader. Extra overlay in this Mac system is used for snow. You can use this as local snow to mark one area equal while other are not. Or you can make it really big and follow camera to form a season snow everywhere. I will show you later. In snow season, if everything is just white, that would be boring. Let's change that. In each material, you can set the global overlay to different value than one and see the result. You will have to tweak for each type of material, like bark will be different than leaf. But since some trees are using the same material, the process can be done very quickly. You can also tweak the variation and the projection. The projection value effect is best shown in the clip, or something have complex shape like this tree. Things will look more interesting with overlay tweaking. Same for the rest. And that's it done for the snow season element. Let's duplicate the element snow and hide it. The new element will not be extra overlay, it's simply color. So head to the material, change the shader to color default, set the render mode to season, and you can change the color for each season. Let's give the least brown color in winter. When you are done with each season, you have to go to global control to change the season to the next. This brings a brighter green. Leave summer at default gray, and beautiful orange for autumn. Now you can test with the slider to see seasonal color. Good job! Head back to the snow element. Let's change the render mode to season 2 and change all others but winter to 0. Test to see the season now have both colors and overlay change. One more thing to do, list fall in winter and autumn. Duplicate the element snow and change its shader. We will use the extra alpha shader. Let autumn have more leaf than winter. Let's play test. The effect is now more complex. We change colors, overlay and alpha. Same as overlay, you can change its material, global alpha to different values. We will use this awesome free asset from set creation to spell tree and rest. Let's add the terrain, but we don't use the terrain tool to add detail. We will use this tool to add rest and flower first. The render tile should be meshed so we can drop the refab in. Do the same for rest. Set our light to route to 50, this way the terrain normal can affect the detail. For the spout chain and density, we need the rest to be higher value than the flower. Set the slope to 45 degrees and the height to 0 to 200. With this tool, you can spout rest and flower to a specific terrain layer. I would choose rest layer. Let's click spout and see the result. While see the rest layout about the layer, you have to click spout for the flower too. Beautiful! With just some click and slider, you now spout the terrain with rest and flower in specific layer and slope. Let's add the bush. You're welcome with an error message that says you can use refab with LOD root. So normally people will spout bush and a tree can use LOD, but let me support and make a new no LOD refab instead. Now it can be used. Make the prefab spout rule at the rest, but with less spout chain. Ta-da! Let's spout the out tree. Tweak to your liking, same rule as rest. Different spout chain. It has some more options like the distance between and sync amount. I would like that can be below 0.2. And just like that, we now have more lively landscape. Beautiful! Let's set the game in play mode. Nice. Let's make a switch to implement the back. You would want the global volume to follow the camera, so when game starts, fire it and parent it to the camera. In your strip, just use the camera document. For my game, I would use my all camera that I spawned. After parenting, reset the local position. For simplicity, I just delay the setup in 1 second using invoke. But for your game, you should register the on-game start event for this type of setup. Create a game object and attach the strip to it. You can do rest bending easily. Let's search for the particle motion interaction dynamic in BOXOPHOBIC folder. Drag it out to the scene where the global volume and camera are. Test it out. So the next step is simple. You just drag it out to your character refab. Remember to zero out the position and disable the spear mesh. Let's set in game. Kinda hard to see the bendings in the race have both sides same normals. Let's tweak the particle to be bigger and longer lifetime. I will set the life from 3 to 5 seconds. And the alpha to play later in the end. The size increased by 1. Do you see it better now? Remember to copy and paste the component value to your character refab or the chain will be lost. To do shooting fireball effect, we need 3 refab. Let's search for the particle explosion example in the web folder. For the hit and fireball effect, I will use this cartoon epic remaster asset. This asset is very good for general use case. Let's be encoding. We will need a character, input file button, plug in all the needed refab, use coroutine to control firing. When we hit I, we will start the coroutine. First, let's talk about spout position. We will spout fireball refab right in front of the character. Use character position plus it forward. You can ignore this step. This is a code for my project to get the character, but your project will have a different code. Then we define the Z offset so that the fireball will not spawn at the same character position. Make a 10-second time check. Add rigid body to the fireball to let the physics system do the job. Then we define the force power to shoot it. Force needs some upward to make it more interesting. Just remember to make it smaller than the actual force. We will add a component on the fireball to detect collision. It also handles the on-hit event. We have to change the event to accept the vector 3 hit position. This step will supply to the on-hit event what will happen when we hit. Let's say we will spawn the on-hit effect and the TVE element with that. Also clean up the fireball. When we hit, we set the hash hit to 2 so that the 10-second check can end at that time. After the 10-second check, if we do not hit anything, we also destroy the fireball. We will use another coroutine to delay the destruction of the hit prefab and TVE refab after the hit. Make it delay 5 seconds. This part I should move the collision checker to outside of the 4 TVE review class. It should be. Now let's wire all the needed prefab. I forgot the fireball needs a collider to invoke the on-collision event. Let's give it a field to input radius. I forget it should have Z offset and Y offset, or it will spawn from the foot of the character. I'm a dragon now. Let's create a UI document. Set the mass game view to design vector. Drag out the slider. We set the value like the same as season, 0 to 4, default is 2. Let's put the label as season. We will set it according to the value in code. Change the background color. Change the slider size. And adjust the padding right to 10. Add the UI document component to the TVE review. Now let's find the panel setting for it. The setting is very simple. We will duplicate the setting to make a new one for this project. The only difference will be the reference resolution. We will use 1080p. Drag the new setting in. Now the UI will look exactly how we designed it. Let's do UI coding. First we get the document. And check out the root. We can query the element in the root. Query the slider and register the on-value change callback. We will take the new value as season and determine the label based on this value. I will use an arrow run in point 2. Let's make a field for global control and find it on GameStar. Now we can set the global control season control value. Before we play, let's make sure the season elements all are child of the global volume. You have just implemented the season control for your game. Great job! Everything goes open in game until I show you these problems. The tree interaction is very funny. We have burn coloring in summer, but not in autumn. The season effect does not cover the whole land. First, let's unparent the seasonal effect so that we can set the scale and offset. Change the scale to be bigger. Let's reorder them. Season -100, remove -99, no -98. They are now in order. The seasonal effect no longer ground on top of the explosion particle effect. Next, to fix the interaction of the arc tree, We can use very low amplitude value for tree so that they will move comically. Change the leaf material to same value and they will match. When out of play mode, we will apply this new change. Put everything on the global volume pivot. Reorder dump elements. Since now we use the pivot, should change the code to use the global volume parent instead. You can debug the element by setting the global volume element visibility to always visible. Drag the TVE explosion example out to see the element debug. The interaction is good, so I won't change it, but let's isolate the darkening and tweak it. The spawn circle can be smaller. The spawn count no need to be 10, 3 is enough. Stop the auto random seed so its effect is different. Set light time to 5. Since light time is 5, we only need the yellow and red part very small at the beginning, around 0.5 seconds. We will bloom yellow, red, black and then fade out. So what we should do, make a new refab with fade out element. Let's swap back to the old refab to see the difference. The old one does not have fade out, look really jittery. Let's make a node element for our terrain. Use the color node shader. Drag the element node default to the texture slot. The element will have the same size as the terrain. Check out the offset so it can overlap the terrain. Set the UV size to 10 and 10. Set the node color to your liking. And check out the effect in different seasons. The autumn value can be small so it's mainly orange. It now has some green in autumn, which is nice. Can remove all green in winter though. After done the tweaking, remember to copy it so you can paste it when you're out of play mode. Next, let's talk about render texture resolution for effect. The default is 1K, it's only got 8 MB. AX4 is 32 MB. We can have nicer effect resolution with 4K image, but look at the cost. 128 times 4 equals 512. Not much for PC, but you should be careful if you target wide range of PCs. So let's just use the default for best cost. There are things you can do to get better resolution though. Let's create a volume. Set the volume size to 400, smaller than the global volume 1K. Now let's render the effects inside the volume instead. Notice the pixel per unit increased from 1 to 2 from 56. How does it differ from rendering inside the global volume though? We got more pixel per unit, the same cost, the seasonal effects still apply far, so everything seems fine. Let's duplicate the terrain node to make a decal. Size should be smaller. For this we will use the color map shader. Let's change the texture. UV size should be back to 1. The Y position is pretty important. Make sure it's not overlaid by seasonal effect. See the ball in different seasons. Let's check up close. One more problem with our setup is the noise artifact are far. The body count also has this stretched out artifact. This is because our render volume is small, can be easily fixed by turn on edge fading. Do the same for the ball. No more artifact. Wow, that is some long video. But I got more to show you. All the modules were mentioning from BOXO is the imposter module for amplify imposter, and this amazing blanket module to conform your big mess to terrain. How cool! And this new t-shirt. Wow, as you can see, our playing with the back effect till now only apply to the vegetation and mesh. But what about terrain? For now, what we can do is some scripting to match the effect with third-party terrain shading solution, for example Microsoft. But soon also will release his advanced terrain shader. With that, we can have all the effects unified, like wet, burn, snow, coloring, noise, etc. on the terrain. Anyway, terrain shading is not only about effects. I would like to see implementation about triratna, wind flowing, water flow, anti-tiling, and displacement. But now what we can do is just wait, type hi. So this is done the mid-T video. What do you think about the veg and all the beautiful solutions from Boso? Let me know in the comments. I hope this video helped you somehow, but remember to check out Boso video if you want more insight. And join his Discord. They got very helpful community here. Thank you and see you in next video. Special thanks to my patrons, Black Blood and Elsa for your continued love and support. Love you.